All right, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. I know it may seem like we're repeating ourselves when we talk about the weather these days, but that happens a lot when we get to summertime. Because basically it doesn't really change a whole lot from day to day unless you have something really unusual happening, like a tropical system coming in or a cutoff low over the area or some odd cold front that actually makes it this far south. Beyond that, if you don't have any of that stuff happening, it's usually just going to be hot and humid afternoon storms. And that's what we have seen recently, and that's what we are going to see over the next several days. The only question is, what's the coverage of the rain going to be? Are we expecting it to be a little bit less or a little bit more? And what I'm expecting over the coming days is that it's going to be just a little bit more than we have seen recently. So your chances are better than not that you're going to get hit with one of those afternoon storms, at least over the next couple of days. We're going to raise the chance of rain to about 50 to 70% from Wednesday through Friday. Again, that's mostly afternoon and early evening. It's not going to be a whole day washout. So just hot, humid weather across the southeast, high pressure down to our south in the Gulf, the active storm track staying well to the north of us. Today's afternoon showers in the process of dissipating. We do have a couple of spotty showers still around the metro, though, and notice the rain cooled air being pushed out ahead of the rain, which was to the west of us earlier this evening. That gust front that we call it, that's moving eastward through Rankin County and parts of Copiah and Simpson County right now. When that came through at the top of the hour at the airport, winds actually picked up to about 15 miles per hour. So you can see some windy conditions when that gust front comes through. Other than that, winds are going to be fairly light overnight. There you see the last hour. We had that northwest wind at about 15 miles per hour. Still 82 degrees, though. It's going to be a slow cool down tonight, but ultimately we will get back into the low to mid 70s. That's pretty close to average for this time of the year. And tomorrow, we're mostly going to be in the upper 80s to low 90s. We'll see sun in the morning, quick warm up, and then after the lunch hour, the cloud cover and the scattered showers will take over. That's going to shave a couple of degrees off those afternoon highs. So, again, not much changes. The front will stay to the north of us. This one's going to get about as far south as, let's say, the Missouri-Arkansas state line. And notice, again, that's where it stays. South of the front, it's going to be hot, humid. We'll see those afternoon storms at high pressure. It's still going to be down around the west coast of Florida. So tonight's storms dying away. Tomorrow afternoon in the heating of the day, there you see those scattered storms cropping back up. And because our winds around that high are going to be coming in primarily from the west and southwest, once the storms develop, that's the direction they're going to move. They're going to move from west to east across the area, but very slowly because our winds are going to be pretty light. And then you see the storms cropping right back up on your Thursday afternoon in the heating of the day. That's what we're expecting every single day over the next 5 days through the weekend. Although, notice once we get to the weekend, the coverage is going to go back down. So Wednesday through Friday, 50 to 70% chance of rain. Once we get to the weekend, we're going to take it down to about a 30 to 40% chance, and that will allow our temperatures to begin to warm back up. So mid-70s first thing in the morning, and then tomorrow just 90 for a high because of that 60% chance of rain. Notice again, Wednesday through Friday, chance of rain is up. Temperatures are down a little bit in the afternoon. Now, morning lows are not going to change. Notice that's very consistent in the mid-70s across the board. The only change is going to be in those afternoon highs, and that really depends on how much rain we're expecting each day. So once we get to next week, still there's going to be a daily chance, but we're going to take it down to mostly stray, isolated showers, about a 30% chance from Sunday into early next week. Now, again, this could change. The forecast changes every day when we get model runs, so you're going to see these percentages go kind of up and down over the next couple of days, but the overall weather pattern is going to be about the same. Again, nothing's going to change that unless we get some tropical weather coming in, we get a front coming in, which is really unlikely in July and August, or some kind of unusual weather event, and we don't see that in the cards for Mississippi. Again, it could be worse. We could be seeing a drought. We could be seeing unusually high temperatures in the triple digits. The past couple of years that has happened. So overall, this is not bad. This is pretty good for July. You can't really ask for much more than this. So if it stays this way, we're okay with that. Again, we'll have more updates coming over the next couple of days. Just keep the umbrella with you because, again, that chance of rain is going to be fairly high, especially Wednesday and Thursday afternoons. All right, that's going to do it for tonight's update. Meteorologist Megan Hanna is going to be here tomorrow morning with your next update. Until then, have a good night.